In this video, I'll be reviewing this cube. Not this entire cube itself, but the core that it is in. That it has in it. It's a V-Cube adjustable core. Now you may be thinking, what? A V-Cube adjustable core? Well, yes, it is an adjustable core, but the thing about it is that it's not what you would think of an adjustable core, but actually it is an adjustable core, but it's not one of those handmade adjustable cores. But this is like a core actually made by V-Cube and was used that I used in it. But the thing is that the V-Cube 6, if you buy a V-Cube 6 today, it would not have an adjustable core at all. But you have to ask, like send an email to V-Cube or do something, like ask around, see if anyone knows how to get it, the adjustable core for the V-Cube 6. But yeah, it's the V-Cube 6 adjustable core that's made by V-Cube are really hard to come by. So it's definitely a big improvement from what I originally had on the 6x6. And it just makes this turn better, faster, a bit more smoother, and a lot less pop. Because my older core, since I had it in there, it was so broken in, and I've had like at least some of these edges pop out, some of these center pieces, like these three and a few others, pop out, and it's like a bit of pain to have a saw with at least one or two pops in it, and sometimes some of the pops are like this entire row comes out, including the internal pieces, and I have to spend like 4 or 5 seconds putting this back together. But one thing that I had to do with this core is that, well, there's several things I had to do to make this cube working again. First thing is that I had to cut down the older core so I can take off one of the centerpieces, and I'll show you the centerpiece because that centerpiece I had modded, and it's part of the Pi mod where you glue some of the centerpieces to the some of the internal edges to the centerpiece. And yeah, and so I had to take that original centerpiece from the original core and put it on here, but it wasn't that bad to take off. And then another thing I had to do was put in new pins and stuff, but I did not follow the exact way that me, myself, and Pi put the pins in. I just took solder wire and a soldering iron and just soldered some other blobs, some solder wire blob in there, and then I took a file and then shaved it down until it's in the correct shape and the correct shape for it to work. So yeah, and this 6x6 core came with 3 sets of springs, some really springy springs, which are like the weak springs where you can push it down, scrunch it down, or whatever you call it, push it all the way down with no force whatsoever, very little force. And then there's some medium spring where you can do the same thing but with more force than the first set of spring. Yeah. And then there was some stiffer spring, which, if you push down on it, it takes really long, hard force to actually push it all the way down to its most compressed mode. Most compressed. When it's the compressed mode. Yeah. But overall, this is a good core. If you have a VCube 6, I highly recommend going, tracking down one of these cores, to use it. But otherwise, I would highly recommend buying a SingSound 6x6 or wait for the Moyu 6x6, because alone, the VCube 6x6 costs like $40, plus you have to mod it to make it even better, and modding it can take a long time, and it's just not many people are up to modding the 6x6s, and it's just, yeah, this is really good, yeah, and I've had some time to play with this, cube with the core in it, and yeah, but overall, the core makes a huge difference. Yeah, especially after modding the entire cube. But if you want to, you can follow me, myself, and Pi video tutorial on how to make an adjustable VCube 6 core from like a regular 3x3 core, which that can be done also if you don't want to hunt down the official VCube adjustable core. And I would say by doing it with the 3x3 core would be a lot cheaper and easier. But then you have to find the right screws, which that can also be a pain too. But with the official VCube one, it comes with all the correct rated hardware that you would need right away and all that. So, yeah, it's up to you if you have a VCube brand 6x6 and you want an adjustable core. And even though the regular original VCube 6 core looks like it can be adjustable, but really it's technically not adjustable